talk to you about something today that's very common, bursitis. So specifically shoulder bursitis, or maybe on your report as subacromial bursitis. Now I've decided to talk about it because it is very common. I'd see it maybe 4 to 5 times a week. Seeing a lot of shoulder patients here, and similarities between them tends to be bursitis. So we're going to explain what it is and maybe why it occurs. So bursitis is bursas are all the way through the body, normally in areas of joints or where tendons from muscles culminate and attach to the bone. A recent example that I thought was great was they're very similar to, say, a bag of wine, or kind of like a bladder of water. So filled a little sack of fluid, and it sits kind of underneath this bone here in your shoulder. So we've got your collarbone that comes out from the front, your shoulder blade, your arm, and this one here is the right, so it sits in that little socket there, and underneath that bone sits this little subacromial bursa. So that one there, when you go to move your arm up, down, across, any direction, will protect some of those tendon structures underneath the bursa from rubbing on this bone. Now, in turn, that will cause the bursa to rub and may become inflamed, and that's where the term bursitis comes from. So itis just being an inflammation of, and bursa obviously being from the bursa. So when you are getting any type of movement and pain when you're kind of jamming the shoulder or this little bursa, that may be the cause. So a lot of people, when they go to get a scan or any type of assessment, may get told they've got bursitis. That may be what it's coming from. Generally, there may be a load or an exercise capacity or a position that's kind of being used regularly that may be causing it, or there may be an underlying cause of the problem, like inherent weakness from a dislocation, or maybe a condition that makes you a little bit too flexible and need a bit more strength in the joint. So generally just a injury from a rubbing aspect, but there may be an underlying position or underlying cause, sorry. So that is bursitis.